Hari Om. Today we meditate on Buddhist teachings from the Dhammapada and also enjoy verse 1 and 2 of my Gita, now freshly edited. First, Buddhist teachings from the Dhammapada. In this dark world, few can see. Like birds that free themselves from the net, only a few find their way to heaven. Swans fly on the path of the sun by their wonderful power. The wise rise above the world after conquering Mara the tempter and his train. How can you describe him in human language? The Buddha, the awakened one, free from the net of desires and the pollution of passions, free from all conditioning. Even the gods emulate those who are awakened, established in meditation. They live in freedom and peace. Avoid all evil, cultivate the good, purify your mind. This sums up the teachings of the Buddhas. Cultivate the patience that endures and attain nirvana, the highest goal of life. Do not cause pain to others or oppress them. That is not the way of the seeker. Do not find faults with others. Do not injure others, but live in accordance with the Dharma. Be moderate in eating and sleeping and meditate on the highest. This sums up the teachings of the Buddhas. Take refuge in the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha, and you will grasp the four noble truths, which are 1. Suffering, 2. The cause of the suffering, 3. The end of suffering, and finally, the noble eightfold path that takes you beyond suffering. That is your best refuge. That your only refuge. When you reach it, all sorrow falls away. Where those established in wisdom are born, the community flourishes. That is the teachings from the Dhammapada. Now is a commentary on these teachings. In these teachings, I express the essence of the solution to all problems faced by mortal man, born on this planet in a spiritually blind state. As the Bhagavad Gita proclaims, very few mortals are evolved enough to be genuine seekers of the truth, genuine seekers of the way out of mankind's eternal predicament. The solution that Lord Buddha gave us, that all true saints prescribe, is to seek out the supernatural power of light. Saints radiate divine grace. This grace awakens the kundalini of ripe seekers. Following the spiritual disciplines as taught by the Guru, seekers purify mind and body, transcend the mind, intellect and ego, learn to meditate deeply, experience the opening of their third eye in meditation, experience all spiritual truths for themselves from within, in silence and solitude. In this beatific transformation, seekers find suffering disappears, to be replaced by the peace that passeth understanding. The peace that passeth understanding. The inner bliss of the state of Savikalpa Samadhi. The inner bliss of the state of Savikalpa Samadhi. They no longer remain mortals. Like eagles, they glide through the hours of the day in a state of contentment and happiness, free from the slavery to the passions and the endless desires of mortal man. This is my commentary on the Dhammapada verses narrated earlier. Now we come to the revised Gita, right? What we call the Muktanand Gita, the Song of the Path, the Bhakti Yoga Manual. These are the names we've given it. Now, first two verses of this Gita. The divine blessing known as Shaktipat, Diksha, the bestowal of divine grace on a ripe seeker by a true guru, a saint radiating supernatural divine energy, is the beginning of true spiritual progress for the seeker. Let me repeat that. The divine blessing known as Shaktipat Diksha, the bestowal of divine grace on a ripe seeker by a true guru, who is a saint radiating supernatural divine energy, is the beginning of true spiritual progress for the seeker. It is a second birthday, a spiritual birth of great transformative significance. It is the first giant leap forward on the path towards self-realization, inner enlightenment, inner liberation, towards the disappearance of all suffering, towards crossing the ocean of Maya, towards experiencing a constant state of a blissful peace that passeth understanding. Towards a state of constant good health and happiness. It is the first step towards knowing the one all-pervasive formless being, the cosmic intelligence that dwells in every being, in all objects, animate and inanimate. The second verse. In truth, the yogi does nothing. Shaktipat Diksha is like catching a cold. It happens by itself when the mind and body are in a certain state of preparation. Let me repeat that. In truth, the yogi does nothing. Shaktipat Diksha is like catching a cold. It happens by itself when the mind and body are in a certain state of preparation. Enough for today. Thank you for listening.